Oh, was today the day? Kind of just snuck up on it. It's kind of funny, because she's talking, of course, not about anything relating to us and what we're doing today, but it's kind of interesting how everything just kind of tends to line up with what we're doing. You know, the things people are saying. Very interesting. I wonder why they wrote it like that. It makes a lot of sense that they did, but I really feel like that wasn't even as much the case in Persona 4 from what I remember, so I'm really wondering why they wrote that this way. I also might be wrong about that, but I feel like not everyone was always talking about things that are directly related right back to what we were talking about. It wasn't always like that. It's very interesting. You were right. I know you went to see him every day. I could be gone. I feel so sick. There were so many things I wanted to talk with about all. I'm guessing her and the boyfriend broke up. Or maybe he had to leave somewhere? I can just say for everyone we're supposed to know. In a really serious case, it seems you aren't alone. Oh, Akechi. Okay. There's always like that one super, mega, ridiculously popular guy in these anime things. And I feel sad for all those fangirls that chase those guys around. How about you try to find an actual boyfriend who will actually love you back? Like, I know it doesn't quite work that way, and it's interesting how we get crushes on people, but, you know. Still, the practical part of my brain's like, really? You know. Because I've never been that way about celebrities either. And I know it does seem to be more of a female thing anyway, so that's maybe why I don't get it, but anyway. I know there's definitely some guys that are super obsessed with celebrities, so, like, you know, I'm not one of those, and it also does seem to be more of a female phenomenon, or at least it's more exaggerated, and it seems more like a female thing. It's very interesting, and I wonder why. Dergy. At least just,
Good
like,
morning.
I feel like you hear a lot more about
last minute,
cases
but
like
if it's
this, and it's
possible,
more of a thing.
Could you come and see me during lunch today?
Alrighty, Maruki. Sure.
Glad to hear it. I wanted to discuss something with you, since it'll be our last chance to do so.
That's right, he's leaving today. That's right.
Yes, my time here at Shujin is coming to an end today. It's quite the sad affair.
Hugs for Maruki. I love him, by the way. By the way, I'm for those of y'all that might not have heard, you know, me in earlier episodes say this, he looks a lot like me. From the hair color to sort of the hairstyle, except mine's a bit longer, to the glasses, to the freaking goatee thing, except I've got more of a beard going. It's really interesting how similar, and again, I'm brown haired. I don't know if I mentioned that part already, but yeah, that's very interesting. And also, I just think he's a really genuine guy, and I want to hug him, and he's been through a lot, and he really wants to help people, and that's awesome. I really think that what he's trying to do is a bit, though. Like, his reasons are misguided.
I do have a farewell speech to give the school at morning assembly, but I'd also like to speak with you individually. Considering the occasion, lunch is on me.
Yeah.
I'll have something special waiting for you.
Yeah.
So you look forward to that.
I will.
Well, I'll see you later.
Thank you, Maruki. Thank you, Maruki. Yeah. He really likes to treat people to food. That's like his thing. Oh yeah, that's right. Hold on. Was I tangenting on Akechi? Okay, they were tangenting on Maruki, but yeah, same thing. The fangirls thing, you know.
It's already been half a year, huh? That sure went by fast.
And finally, we would like Dr.
And yeah,
Maruki to
that
share
guy, I
a few
really agree with him.
last words with the student body.
Time goes by pretty fast. It's very interesting. I mean, sometimes it doesn't feel like it does, and other times it does. It's very interesting. I feel like the older you get, the more it is, and I think there's something biological about that is very interesting. Yeah.
Well, Doctor, if you will.
Good morning, everyone. As the Vice Principal has mentioned, today marks the end of my tenure at Shujin Academy. Over the past several months, I have come to learn about all sorts of conflicts that you students have faced this year. Troubles with romance, with studies. In fact, some of you have financial issues that are awfully similar to my own. But before I leave here, I want to offer you a final piece of counsel. If your situation ever becomes too painful to endure, remember, It's okay for you to escape your problem. I don't want a single one of you to think that an unfair reality you've been forced into is the only one that you have to live.
It's okay.
What I'm trying to say is, even if your life is full of worries, it's best for you not to obsess over them. Your existence in this world is an amazing miracle. You deserve to spend your days in happiness.
I think I agree with him on this, and that's part of the reason why I think I gel with him so much.
I'll keep on rooting for all of you to have the best lives possible, even after I'm long gone. Ow.
And of course, the comedic clumsiness.
I guess things don't always pan out like you expect. Well, that's it. Thank you for having me here this year. Good luck to you all.
There he goes.
Dr. Maruki!
Listen, you're all too young for him anyway. Jesus. Hug.
I wanted to thank him personally, but it may be best to hold off on that for a bit.
Yeah, unless you want to try pushing through all those people, and they seem to be very, very sad he's leaving, and very, very adamant on probably clinging to him, possibly literally in some of their cases, until he leaves the premises entirely. So, yeah, I think it's best to do that.
I doubt we could get a word in edgewise anyhow.
Exactly, Haru. Every time Haru speaks, my heart just goes, ah, 'cause she's so cute. She's so cute. Yeah. There.
Thank you for coming here.
Nice tea.
Since this is about to be my last meal at Shujin, I've brought the best lunch ever. These tempura bowls are from a restaurant I've been curious about since
tempura.
I first came to the school. I'd always passed on it due to the price. But today is special. Not only that, I ordered the deluxe bowls for us.
Thank you.
I should be the one thanking you. Alright, let's eat.
Maruki's awesome, dude. It's kind of funny how we talked about financial troubles and, well, he's buying expensive food, but it makes sense. It's a good occasion. And I love tempura shrimp.
This aroma's really triggered my appetite.
I don't know if I've ever seen the foggy glasses thing before, but I love it.
Too bad I can't see anything now.
Okay, wow, I didn't know that. Like, the steam is rising so much. Yeah, and I've definitely had that happen with food before, for sure. The life of the four eyes. I love that.
I'm so glad
I can relate
splurged
so
on
much
that.
too.
Upscale dishes like that really do taste incredible. I wish I could just get lost in this bliss forever. Well, now that we've finished our food, let's get down to business. First off, I have quite big news. My paper's done.
Congratulations.
I've mentioned this before, but still, this is truly thanks to you.
Ah.
Had you not shared your
Thank you, Queen.
experience and insights with me, this paper never would have been completed.
Thank you, Maruki. I'm glad to help.
Please, allow me to express my gratitude to you once more as a most helpful student of Shujin.
Allow me to express my gratitude to you as just a really good person and someone who's probably absolutely helped Akira, I would say, with his stuff mentally. For sure.
And as a phantom thief as well.
Not just like the training, but also like therapeutically a bit. Oh shit. But yeah, how do you know that?
There's no need to be obtuse. Why don't you take a look at the title of my paper over there?
Interpreting reality through cognitive science and the alteration of reality via external influence.
You know, the Phantom Thieves' act of changing hearts is rather reminiscent of cognitive science in practice. They infiltrate a reality that exists solely for their target. A reality wholly separated from the one that the public recognizes. By accessing that world, they gain the means of permanently altering their target's cognition. That is what I hypothesize as being the change of heart you induce in your targets.
You really know your stuff. And I'm really wondering how he pinned this on us exactly, or if he's gonna go into it.
Well, I did pour my heart and soul into this research for a number of years. To be entirely honest, it was all the way back in April, when I first came to speak with the principal here about providing counseling to you students. I actually witnessed the moment when you came out of an individual's reality like I'd mentioned. You suddenly appeared in the back alley near the school. I believe Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san were with you.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense.
Takamaki-san appeared to be extremely exhausted.
Thanks.
Oh my god, he's there too! I don't know if I ever realized that before. That he was there in that scene in Royal. I really like... See, if you ever want to insert characters into a work later, I think this is a really good example as to how you do that. This game specifically. I don't know about 4, but I'll get to 4 on this channel eventually, but yeah.
It wasn't long after that scene that Mr. Kamoshida had his change of heart. Beyond what I witnessed, I had also been told that you three were closely affiliated with Mr. Kamoshida in some way. At that point, I was already half convinced that you were involved. I was almost certain Mr. Kamoshida's change of heart was provoked by the three of you.
Why'd you keep quiet?
Well, I've been researching cognitive science ever since I was a grad student. For years, I've been attempting to directly interact with an individual's cognition, so I can help address their pain and despair. But, for certain reasons, this research has never been acknowledged in academia. Despite that, I continually pursued evidence that my hypothesis is correct. It was during that time I happened to come across the Phantom Thieves of Hearts, fresh from a mission. My heart began to dance. I thought to myself, maybe I could complete my research if I were to have your assistance. That's why I approached you and your group of friends in the first place. I hadn't mentioned any of this until now because, well, I didn't want you to take it the wrong way and suspect my motives. But I think that's everything I'd kept from you. Does that change your opinion of me?
Well, we made a deal.
A deal, eh? Well, I'm awfully grateful you see it that way.
I'm awfully grateful that you're you, dude, so it's all good. I perfectly understand his reasons for keeping quiet.
And just so you know, I have no intention of telling anyone about this.
I would never feel like he would. He has too much to lose if he tells anyone, I think. Because wouldn't they question the validity of that? Like, if it got out that he was like, yeah, Phantom Thieves, he would also have a lot of money all of a sudden that he might need, but that just shows he's a really good person. That he clearly does need, actually. Because he can literally be a fucking rich if he wanted now. So, by turning us in. But he won't. Because he's awesome.
If you don't believe what I'm saying, you're free to change my heart as you like. Thanks to you, I finally know what I need to do. I'm going to stand up to our current reality. I swear I'll use my research to make our world a better place. Though, it'll likely be through different means than how the Phantom Thieves reform members of society.
We all define justice differently.
Indeed. You have a strong moral compass, never losing sight of your own definition of justice. I'm more grateful than ever to have met a young man like yourself.
The idea of different concepts of justice is a really strong thing in this game, and I think it's a very good thing to think about. Like, what is justice to you? Having a strong definition of justice, I think that's very important, you know? I don't know if I would say I do, but I would say that
although it's not like this is the
intuitively,
last time we'll see one another, still, thank you for everything up to this point.
You're welcome, Maruki.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a
Rank 10.
Alright,
No. Max. Die. Wait.
alright.
Yeah, and the most powerful persona.
I'm
Feels
going
good.
to follow the path that I believe in. I sincerely hope that one day, at the end of that path, I'll be able to aid you as well.
I believe in Maruki.
Even if you just considered it to be meddling in your affairs. Whoops. Looks like we're out of time. We'll meet again though, right?
Heck yeah, friend. Definitely.
That's right. Hey. No, it's nothing. Best of luck to the both of
I
us.
really wonder what he wants to tell us and if that will be specifically addressed later. That kind of thing is probably important enough that it will be addressed later. I'm wondering what he wants to say here.
See you around.
Because I don't think I actually ran into it in-game yet. Because I'm pretty sure that'd be there in the 3rd semester. I worked my way all the way up to a bit into Shido's palace before, which we're about to actually get there soon. So there will reach a point where I'm finally blind again, but the fan site's on fire as usual. Anyways, tomorrow's finally it. I hope everyone remembers. The date of our plan? Of course remember. That means we're sending out the calling card today, right? Yes, today is our only option. The police have yet to actually make a move, but I am certain we have reached our limits. We wanted to wait as long as possible to make Makoto's sister panic, right? Yeah, sticking up to the count, they would be the best option. We're speaking more in detail about this after school. Alright, let's see what the law.
Boss said he reserved the place just for us. We're free to drink as much coffee as we want.
Heck ye. Man, Sojiro's awesome. Damn it. I love him.
Ain't this place always empty, though?
Not this empty, but pretty close, yeah. Telling boss though, Ryuji.
Everyone here is a witness.
I was just joking.
We're supposed to be discussing where we should send the calling card.
Considering how big the
I just
hype's
realized
gotten, she'll
I butt
probably
of
just think
the
it's a
joke
prank, won't
Ryuji.
she?
I'm sorry, Ryuji. But like, there's certain Ryuji jokes I'm okay with the more I think about it. There's others I really not. I don't really know why. I'll have to think about that. I'm interested in that. Considering how big the hype's are. Oh wait, hold on. This is all voice acted, so I'm just gonna shut up.
I could always put
now.
it on Sai-san's desk. People know me there, so I could gain access easily.
That's not a good idea. If you're the only one who can get in there, it'll be easily traced back to you. I'll do it. I can just tell her it came for her in the mail. That would be the least risky method, no matter what she asks. I'll tell her I don't know anything.
But Makoto, that's...
You're our leader, so this will be up to you. Should we leave the calling card to Makoto?
This is risky. But, well, it's a but thou must. Now, he doesn't want to put his girlfriend in danger. At the same time, I'll tell you why he does this. And I also love doing this. I love justifying character reasons for the options I pick. Even if, like, it's a but thou must. I'll tell you why he does this. I love doing that, just finding reasons for why your character does everything they do. Like, structuring character around what's already there is a really interesting thing for me to do, and I love doing that in these games. I think that's going to be a really nice facet of my content. I was about to say in the future, but it already is one with this game. But anyway, I trust her with it. Yeah, he trusts his girlfriend. That's absolutely what he'd say. Because at the end of the day, he's a little bit of, God, man, we're kind of putting Makoto on the spot here some more. And she's already having to deal with all the stress about her sister. And Makoto being on the spot has just kind of been how it's been with Akechi. So he feels bad about this, but he trusts her. And she really wants to do this. And he wants to support her in what she wants to do. So I trust her with it.
Is that really the only way?
Well, considering it's but thou musting us, as far as the game is concerned, yes. As far as the actual situation, if this were to occur in reality is concerned, there's probably workarounds, but, you know.
I'll be okay.
Makoto hug.
I've already traversed far more dangerous ground than this.
That is true. And honestly, you know, Akira finds that confidence hot, so that's also probably part of the reason. He wanted to see more confidence out of her, so, yeah.
We will leave it to you then. Thank you for agreeing to this. I will need to step up my game as well to make up for it.
Akechi, please stop acting so chubby, because you're actually really evil, and you're so good at acting good, and it bothers the fuck out of me. Because you're so fucking scarily good at it.
Very well then. We'll enter from in front of the courthouse. Does 6 o'clock in the evening work for everyone?
Yup, got it.
You know, Yusuke's surprisingly level-headed in situations like this for being the creative and the super eccentric and the person that doesn't fucking know anything about money or, like, and has a lot of, like, social, like, cue missing, challenges and that kind of a thing. He's really level-headed and really good at driving the conversation forward in a productive manner. And I find it interesting that Yusuke is one of those that tend to do that. So
Same
much.
as always. Well then, let's get ready for tomorrow. Dismissed.
Who's watching from where?
Okay.
What exactly does that mean, really? So how's the day? I'll just have to carry out the operation that Makoto outlined earlier.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's kind of leaving pieces in our memory so they can all come together later. I remember this. Now we just need to hand it over, as long as we can get it to Nijima.
Madame Sae Nijima, a great sinner of jealousy. You have lost yourself amidst your obsession with success. For its sake, you are even willing to promote injustice as justice. From the Phantom Thieves.
I found it in our mailbox.
To think they would send me one. They brand me a criminal and plan to change my heart? What nonsense. They only care about disposing of those who are an inconvenience for them.
And what about you, bitch? Huh? What about you, miss? You eat away at my life. I understand where she's coming from with that frustration, but fuck her for saying that. That shit hurts. I know because my parents have said that kind of thing out of frustration before. It's really painful. Alright.
Fine. I'll just have to catch them first.
Or you could, like, calm the fuck down, but you're not gonna do that yet until we figure you out. Don't worry, we're gonna get you straight, and it'll be all Gucci, and then you'll help us be even more awesome, because you're awesome, because we will make you awesome, because we will take all this really harmful to everyone and yourself, especially yourself, actually, arguably crap, and chuck it out your brain. It'll be great.
And when you do, you're going to interrogate them, right? In some kind of underground room, was it?
Why do you ask?
Oh, I just remembered you mentioning something like that before.
That's right. It will be in a special interrogation room underground. My time will be limited, but I will do whatever it takes to make them divulge their secrets.
Let's do this fair and square.
I should probably be getting back. It's late, but I should contact the director and let him know about this calling card. I expect things will calm down a little once this case is over. Once that happens, why don't we go on a trip to some hot springs? Just the two of us.
Sai cares a lot. You know, this makes me feel better about what I literally just brought up. Because clearly, in the end, she's really too focused on this stuff, but she really cares about Makoto and loves her as her sister. And that's really, really awesome. But Makoto must feel real guilty hearing this, you know, and knowing what she knows.
Sis.
Aw.
I'm on your side. I won't let anyone do anything to you.
Head pat! Oh my god! Okay. I feel really good that it finally resolved in a kind manner. Because, you know, she has all this in her head, but then she's a good... She loves her sister at the end of the day, and that's awesome. And this is also a good lesson. People can say things like, you eat away at my life, but that's just... It comes from this place of anger that's so subconscious that it might as well not even be from the person at all. this kind of stuff comes from genuine places. Sometimes we have to just force ourselves to remember that whenever we think the person doesn't give a fuck. When clearly, you know, moments like this happen, and they do, you know what I mean? That's what I had to learn with my dad.
Do you need to make a call? I'll head up to my room then.
I'm sorry for calling so late. This is Nijima. There's something I need to inform you of. I received a calling card from the Phantom Thieves. It was addressed to me directly and... Stand by? And you've transferred command of the investigation to someone else? No, of course not. Yes. I understand. I'll remain on standby until further instructions. Please excuse me.
Oof, man.
Okay.
I think what happened is, you know, Shido's, you know, network of making things happen put Akechi in charge so he could kill us right now. Forget about going out tonight. We need to prepare for tomorrow. Sorry for the wait. I believe it went well. Thanks, Mako-chan. It's all going according to plan then. So yeah, that's right. Akechi informed them of this, and so that's why this was set in motion. That's why she was let go. I didn't remember why she was let go, but now I know. So it has finally come to this. I actually feel somewhat nervous because, you know, I'm gonna betray you all really fucking hard later. Damn it, Akechi. Don't freak out so much you screw up, alright? Oh, you're one dog. I asked you go easy on me because I'm totally, like, really good at pretending that I'm also not as fucking brilliant, scarily brilliant because I use it for evil as I am. God. Hold on a sec. Crow, go for the operation again before you leave. Is it discussed through it, isn't it? It was our future was ensure we're probably treasure will bring me to private quarters at 6 p.m. Good. Just one last word before we go, leader. Be careful. I'll be relying on you. I'll be relying on you, Makoto. I love her so much. And Akira really, literally loves her. And it's really cute. I love it. What a wonderful, trusting relationship. I'll do. Oh my god. You know, fuck it. Okay, granted. Maybe he's talking about generally the Phantom Thieves, period. Like, you know, us. But it was Makoto that responded, and... I don't know, I like to think that maybe he does sense a specific connection between us two, and maybe, especially as smart as Akechi is. At the end of the day, as much as I hate him, he's a really observant and really smart person, and that's very obvious. I think he probably knows that there's something going on between Akira and Makoto. In fact, I bet the whole group would probably suspect by now, except for maybe Ryuji and maybe Futaba. Actually, no, Futaba probably has seen some of our interactions in the house. No, because when did I actually max her out? No, yeah, she probably would have seen some of the... Yeah, she might know about us, but again, it conveniently doesn't address that stuff, you know, because that'd be a lot of work to put in there, but I think it's doable, and I think it would really, really be an awesome thing. I would love that so much, if the games really went out of their way to acknowledge your romance choice every step of the way with small details like that, and changing dialogue. Even if it's all not voiced, I don't care. You could just have a lot of dialogue changes and additions for each romance option that are unique to the characters, and then it'd be pretty darn perfect, really. In my opinion, that's all you would need to do.
Alright. We can't afford any mistakes, especially not this time. Tomorrow's a big day for us, so let's give it our all.
I'll just add this.
And also, like, you know, some extra dialogue options for declining things that really sound like a date when you're already dating someone, that kind of thing. But anyway.